we don't say, because when we say it, it gives us credibility to make the changes within the system. So we're very strong on licensing. We're very strong on non-abuse of our children in state care. Because if it is that the government is the most powerful entity in society, then the logic should say that the government should be the most important agent in reforming how we treat children in our society. So if the government doesn't believe in corporal punishment, then no child in state care should be subjected to corporal punishment. So you would have heard on the radio that some people have been arrested for various things, and we are unapologetic about it. If you abuse children in state care and we find out, we're not going to shield you, because the Bible tells you that violence begets violence. And if a child is coming from a difficult circumstance and needs to be at a place of safety and is being subjected to the same thing that they were experiencing in their home that caused them to not be in their home anymore, where is the safe space? So we're in a state of reform. We've just completed the audit, Mrs. Gage-Gray, and we have seen some very positive things in a lot of our homes. Homes who are being run properly, taking care of children, listening to the voices of children. But we've also seen some challenges. And the important thing about the audit is that it allows us to make assessments as to what it is that is taking place and make adjustments. We're also in the midst of a legislative reform process where we're now in the final stages of draft Child Care and Protection Act reform, where we're going to ban corporal punishment once and for all. We're going to enumerate the rights of children in law. Interestingly, children in state care have rights in law, but there's nothing written in Jamaican law that children in the general society have rights. It's a very interesting thing. So they have the right to religion, the right to expression and so on in state care, but there's nothing in law that says children in the general society have any rights. I mean, obviously there are fundamental rights and freedoms applicable to every citizen, but children who are the most vulnerable part of our society, we need to be strong on their rights. I want to also mention, and I was speaking to Ms. Golson just now about our Center of Excellence initiative. Some of you may know that recently we broke ground for a therapeutic center at Maxfield Park. And as a part of a wider development to build out a center of excellence at Maxfield, which can be a template of how childcare facilities should look and feel going forward. The reality of our system is that most childcare facilities came out of the benevolence of private individuals, corporate Jamaica, churches, who have spent a lot of time and sacrificed many resources, many persons without much pay, have spent time working with children. The state has a responsibility to work with these entities, to provide them with more resources so that they can do a better job. So our intention is not to close down private facilities. As Ms. Gage always says to me, it's about partnership. So we know the sacrifices that many private ventures have made. For example, outfitting 23 of our homes with fire safety equipment and training them, and having a system of repair going forward for 3 years. We have to also step up as a government. That is not just about volunteerism and private sector, it's also about government leading. So we're going to build a Center of Excellence at Maxfield Park, which is our most well-known home in Jamaica. And we're going to ensure that the standards, the best practices internationally, are manifested at Maxfield Park. I want to end by saying that despite the challenges in our child care sector, we have very good people working in it. We are seeing many successes in our child care ecosystem. But we do have a lot of challenges, and it is commensurate on us to partner with entities like Supreme Ventures, who have demonstrated historically the willingness to work with the government, to work with private homes, to work with the CPFSA for the betterment of our children. And I think that exemplifies what a good corporate citizen should be. And we, as minister, as head of CPFSA, we're not going to let down you or our sponsors like Supreme Ventures. We're going to put in our other 50%. And I want to say again, thank you very much for this initiative. I'm sure the recipients are very grateful, and I'm sure the society as a whole will benefit going forward based on your action and your benevolence. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you for those greetings and that message, Honorable Minister Nestor Morgan. And we know, as he said in his presentation, the investment is critical, and we know that youth are our future, and we must invest in enriching their lives through quality care, education, and learning. Now, this is exactly what the Supreme Ventures Foundation is doing, and I'm actually going to now present to you, well, I'll do the names first of all the recipients who are not here, and then I'll acknowledge the 5 who are here and invite them to come and accept their presentation. So I will start. So we have Adrian Pollock. He'll be going to the University of Technology. Duver Ford, University of Technology. Amoy Curate, University of Technology. Tamara Clark, University of Technology. Amelia Brown, University of Technology. Peter Gay Whitaker, University of Technology. Christopher Dawes, Shortwood Teachers College. Tavane Douglas, Edna Manley College of the Visual and Performing Arts. Brittany Daly, Michael University. Kimani Howard, Caribbean Maritime University. Brittany Ellis, Caribbean Maritime University. We also have Jonoy Reed, also of Caribbean Maritime University. Sydney Hibbert, Northern Caribbean University. Tony Stewart, St. Joseph's Teachers College, and Latoya Henry, College of Agriculture, Science, and Education. So can we just applaud those who were unable to join us for our recipients? Now at this time, I'll invite Mrs. Heather Golson. She'll assist me with the presentation to those who are here. Thank you. All right, so I'll invite Yaking Wall. You can just give them a round of applause as they make their way to the platform. He'll be going to the University of Technology. So, yes, you have to come up for your photo op. All right. Thank you. Don't go too far because we have one big photo op, so I'll just ask you to stand to the side for me. Yes, please. Over there. Yes. Thank you. Up next, Nishka Noble, also going to the University of Technology. Please give them a round of applause, man. We're celebrating them today. All right, so I'll invite now Taj Savage of University of Technology as well. All right, Elissa White going to the University of the West Indies. Yes, please, the applause, man. We're celebrating. And finally, Joshua Gazader of going to the Caribbean Maritime University. All right. Thank you so much, Mrs. Goldson. Now, don't go too far. You need to be in the photo op as well. So I'll invite all the recipients who are here to just line up at the front. And I'm inviting Minister Morgan and Mrs. Rosalie Gage-Gray to join in for the photo op. Let's step off, yeah. Excuse me. Thank you. Let me, I'm stuck.
You want me to step here? You know, you guys need to provide.
All right. We're seeing a lovely conversation happening there on the platform, Minister. So sorry to interrupt, but I heard you say something very important about them being first-class citizens. You won't be first-class citizens anywhere else. We here in Jamaica, we prioritize our citizens, we prioritize excellence, right? And you are a part of that. So, Minister, I just had to interject there. I'm very sorry, but yes. So, thank you all. You may go back to your seats, but we'll have more photo opportunities afterwards. Now, I won't put the team through the hassle of setting up the platform once more on the stage, but I'll be here with you. And I did hear the students mention what they'll be pursuing, so I think it's only right to mention it. So Mr. Waugh, Yaking Waugh, is going to be doing the Bachelor of Science in Computing at the University of Technology. Nishka Noble will be doing the Bachelor in Communication Arts and Technology at the University of Technology. Taj Savage will be going to UTech as well to study the Bachelor of Science in Animation Development and Production. We have Elissa White going to the University of the West Indies to pursue nursing, Bachelor of Science in Nursing. And Mr. Joshua Gazada is going to Caribbean Maritime University to do the Bachelor of Science in Logistics and Supply Chain Management. So please give them a round of applause once more. And congratulations to all the recipients of this year's scholarship. So, I was truly inspired. I was here listening to the conversation. It wasn't eavesdropping, but I did hear some gems in it. Being first-class citizens. I heard the question about whether or not you want to stay in Jamaica or go overseas. But, it's a lot to think about right now. But don't feel pressured, We want you here for sure. But, of course, we do want the best for you. So just do your best. Pursue, put everything into your education because it is what we have. Nobody can take that from you, right? So ensure you put everything into your educational pursuits. But one thing I want to leave with everyone as well, while many of us may have already gone through, the academic part of the education, just remember that the learning never ends, right? You're forever students of the institution of life, so learning never ends. So while the education and the books and the academics may pass, you're forever a student of life. Now, I urge everyone to move forward with a positive mindset. Everyone, of course, to try to ensure that you enrich yourselves in different ways. So, for example, we have the Supreme Ventures Foundation enriching the lives of these young people through education. We have other means and methods as well so that we can all be our best versions of ourselves. Now, I would like to thank everyone for being a part of this program from conception, of course, to execution. Special thanks to all the persons who are on the team, the back-end persons, the production team, persons who designed the decor. We have our technical team, our performance by Mr. Verlando Small, the greetings, of course, which came from our State Minister of Education, Youth and Information, Honorable Robert Nesta Morgan, the Director of Child and Family Planning, Ms. Audrey Bodai, Foundation Director Heather Goldson, our state beneficiaries, distinguished guests. Of course, I have to mention CPFSA CEO, Mrs. Rosalie Gage Gray, and of course, members of the media. It was a pleasure being here as your Master of Ceremonies. And of course, I do look forward to the continued work of the Supreme Ventures Foundation, the CPFSA, all other parties who are involved. So please give the team a huge round of applause for making this happen. All right, so thank you again, and I do hope you enjoy the rest of your day. My name is Brittany Clark, and I was, as I mentioned, your Master of Ceremonies for this morning's proceedings. All right, Mr. DJ, do you have any music to take us out? No? All right. So thank you so much for joining us. Have a good day.